What's up, everybody? It's Kings and Dreams back with another video, holding it down for my man LearncryptoTv while he is away handling business. Hey, man, Papa, if you are watching, man, hey, you definitely got to make sure that you give me a like. Pause. Talk about on the video, but you know what I mean. Seriously, holding it down for my bro Papa while he is, away handling business, man. So good conversation that we are going to have today, and I know it's Saturday night or Saturday evening, depending on where you guys are. So I'm not going to keep you guys too long. Not going to keep you guys too long, man. Maybe about an hour or so, something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, topic of the day. Get your passport or else. Why do I say that, man? Got to get your passport or else. Seriously. It's very important for you to get your passport, man. And the other day, I believe it was that Wednesday or Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday when I was talking about the Western Union poppies, and that was where I was just kind of talking to the men. Any ladies that's in here, I'm actually talking to you too. So men and ladies, definitely tune into this one. You know, but this time I did bring a special guest because I actually have an expat. See, I guess I would call myself a halfbat because I'm in the States and I can't be fully abroad right now. And for those of you who don't know, it's because I have a young son that lives in the States. I don't want to move until I don't want to completely move until he is older right now because he's still at that very young age, right? But anyway, I definitely want to bring my co-host, if you will, with me. And we are going to definitely talk to you guys why it is important to get your passport. My man, Learn Crypto TV, Los, what's going on, brother?
And what's going on, Kings and Dreams? Sitting here on a lovely Saturday afternoon, enjoying everything that's going on here where I'm located. And yeah, shucks,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
couldn't have
man. But what absolutely, man. Well, why don't you tell the people where you are located?
actually right now I'm in Colombia, Cartagena, Colombia. So I'm here, kind of 2 weeks out of the year, and out of the year, out of the month, and then I spend the other part of my time over in Bogota. So actually I have two apartments.
Gotcha. So two places out of the country, man. You know, so the topic of the conversation is get your passport or else, right? You know, so what was so important for you to get your passport?
Well, back in 2010 is when I got, because I'm on my second passport. I got
Right.
my first passport in 2010. I was married for 12 years. The reason what prompted me to get a passport is because for the honeymoon we wanted to go to the Bahamas, and then to get off the ship, because we took a cruise there, and to get off the ship and go on the Bahamas mainland, you have to have a passport to get off the, well, you had to have a passport to get off the boat at the time. I don't know if that has changed or not, but that's what the rules was. That the cruise line that we did told us. So that's why I got it. And that was
Right.
in 2010, and then I don't think I used it again until 2013. I want to say 2012, and that's when I went to Mexico. And every time I used it prior to 2019, it was with my ex-wife. So that was the real reason why I got it, just being frank.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the power of my passport until I started traveling on my own.
Right. Absolutely, man. Well, I'll tell you. So I got mine when I was like 3 years old. So I had to go back to Jamaica. So I think this is my wait. Yeah. So I think this is my third book. I believe should be my third book. Um, I think so. I think so. Could be my fourth. I can't remember. But I when I was younger, I thought that everyone had a passport. Like I just thought it was just something that you were supposed to have. And growing up, I didn't realize how many people did not have a passport. So like when you would come back from summer vacation or whatever the case is, right? And they would say, "Well, where did you go?" So they're like, "Oh, I went here. I went to Disney World and all that." And I'm talking about me as a child, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, so I would say, "Oh, like I went to Jamaica." Oh, really? You went to Jamaica? So I was like, yeah, yeah, And then they're like, oh, well, I went down to, and then I was living in New York, so they're like, I went down to Hershey Park, which is in Pennsylvania. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? But I'm like, like, why don't you guys go to like Jamaica or something? And they like, I think you need a passport to go there. I don't have a passport. I'm like, what? I'm like, just go get a passport. And this is before like things got a lot easier. So because I remember when I first got mine, I don't even know how I remember this, but we had to go down to Midtown Manhattan to like City Hall
Hmm.
and fill out all of this paperwork and stuff like that. Now you can just go to the post office and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, because actually no, yeah, we had to take pictures. We had to take pictures. Um, we had to take pictures at City Hall and then go somewhere else. So it was just I know the process back then was I guess more tedious, not necessarily challenging, but more tedious. Now you can get everything done in one shot, right? So
Yeah.
like yeah, so let's just say like, okay, you know what? I don't have the money to get my passport, but I can take the pictures, right? So then you can say, you know what? You go to your local pharmacy, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid. I'm trying to think. Um, I'm trying to think.
Walgreens.
Walgreens, yeah, and for and for those of you back home in New York City, Dwayne Reed, I think they do it too. So you get the pictures or whatever, you got that. Okay, cool. And then you go and to your local post office and that's it. And now you're getting the book back a lot faster. And well, I guess this was kind of like prior to I guess this was like kind of prior to COVID or whatever. But you got the book back a lot faster. So um oh man, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I remember now. So you got the book back a lot faster. So now you get it back in like 2 weeks. So I think before you would have to wait like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. So now it's a lot faster. But I think maybe pre-COVID, I don't know how it is now. But anyway, long story short, it is still worth the investment, right? You still are you
So
on mute?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm there. I had to mute. I had to mute it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted the rest of the dang on area where I'm in as soon as I get on this live. But anyway, yeah, just trying to make sure don't nobody hear no background noise and no stuff like that. But anyhow,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's an expedited process. The normal process it takes about 8 weeks for you to get it if you just go to the post office to fill out the application, or if you do it online,
Mhm.
or go down to your what is it? It's because I know in Tampa it's another location outside of the post office that you can go. I'm trying to. I think it's the tax collector's office. I want to say. I'm not real sure, but anyhow,
Yeah.
you fill out the application there. And it's the regular wait is the 8 weeks. Actually, 8 to 10 weeks, and that's paying 140 or 145. And then if you add the expedited process, then that knock off a couple of weeks, and you can get it to 6 to 8 weeks on the expedited for 170. So that's typically how it's done now. And a lot of the stuff that you got to go through to get it. Hopefully you don't have anything on issues on your background. That's really typically what holds someone back if they're dealing with a child support situation, or they have some type of uh, felony that exposes them, where that states that they are a uh, state terrorist, without, for a lack of a better term, understand? So, like, if you threaten to bomb a government building, or bring an explosive on somewhere, doing some type of illegal trafficking across intercontinental borders, that right there would typically stop you from being able to get a passport. If anything else, it's pretty much, you can get it. So, like, if you're a felon and you have like a simple battery, a third degree felony battery, or You have even I know some former drug dealers. You know what I mean? That have passports. I think it might be dependent upon how much time has passed since the charge, or if you had to serve time in prison. And stuff like that. You still probably can get it. I don't know so much about traffickers, but if you in possession of, or you just a corner guy, and that most likely won't stop you from being able to get a passport, and stuff like that. So yeah, there are some rules, but in general, typically is relatively easy. You just gotta have the money and apply.
No, you absolutely right. So what I will say is that I do know that if when it comes to child support, if you owe less than 1,000, you are able to obtain your passport. If it's less than 1,000 US dollars, and
Right.
then when it comes to felonies, certain countries are definitely are very strict. I would say that Latin America, at least most places in Latin America, are not as strict. Like I know Canada is very strict, but kind of what you had said, like if you aren't a threat to their government
Public
in a way,
security.
in a sense, then 9 times out of 10, like you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah. And as long as you don't have anything like pending on you, then I believe that you're
Oh
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if
Pending,
anything,
pending, pending actions, legal action is definitely a deterrent. Because they do ask that question. Do you have do you have anything pending, or do you have any court cases coming up? They ask that question. The reason why I know this is because my best friend, uh, for what I'm 42, 42 minus 8, so that's 40. No, that's 30, 36 years. No, 35, 34 years. So 34
34.
years. My friend of 34 years. We've been friends since we 8 years old. He just now is getting his passport. Like he's really in transit. He's waiting for it now. He probably got another couple of weeks before he receives it. But he told me the questions that they asked, and one of the questions was that: do you have any impending court cases or felonies against you right now? Like right now. So if they're asking this question at the desk, then that
Right.
means that they can definitely put a pause on your situation or block it altogether, depending on how serious it is.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I have one of my friends, he has, he has a case. He was afraid to actually look into his passport, and I told him, man, just look it up. Like if you have something that you done like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever the case is, and you don't have to go to court for it, it's already been charged. You've already whatever punishment that you got, you
Right.
already handled that. Then keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Get your passport and enjoy your life, man. You know,
Straight up.
yeah, absolutely, man. So, so you got your passport, while you were with your ex-wife, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, what made you continue want to travel?
Well, for me, like I said, I didn't take my first trip alone because all the trips I did prior to 2019, she was always with me. And
Right.
when I finally made the decision to go alone, that triggered an argument. I remember one day, actually, it was the day after my birthday. We was headed to somebody's, graduation or celebration or something like that. They
Yeah.
coming back from the army or something. What was going on? But anyway, that ride from my house where I lived at in Hillsborough County was about 45 minutes to the destination. She literally argued me from the time we pulled out the driveway all the way to the house behind me going on this boys trip, or whatever to South America. Like literally argued me the entire time. And but I had my mind made up by then already. I was like, hey, look, man, every time we go out of town somewhere, you always behind me. I can't never get no breathing room. Like, I'm going on this trip whether you like it or not, and you're not going. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I got outside of the country, I kind of understood why she was arguing because she know because my ex-wife was older than me, is
Okay.
older by 5 years. So I think she knew, or she had somebody in her ear telling her, you know, you know, this is what can occur, when you go across the intercontinental lines and blah 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 this and blah blah that. So but when I finally seen for myself, I was like, okay, I see why she was arguing. I see why she
Okay.
was fussing with me. Yeah. So this was in 2019 when I
Right.
made that trip. And immediately after that first trip, I started. I like that was June of 2019. October 2019, I was doing it again. You know what I mean?
Right.
In March of 2020, I was doing it again. So it was a succession. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when I got outside the United States, I was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like I had been outside the United States. I've been to Mexico 3 times, Bahamas, and the Cayman Islands. I had been there to all
Yeah.
these places. So I'm like, well, but like I said, I didn't thoroughly enjoy myself because the Cayman Islands and one of the Mexico trips, we was on a resort, so I didn't really go outside and explore like the city and none of that because we was stuck on a resort. Man,
Right.
I went to Panama and Colombia, and I was where it was Colombia, Panama, Colombia. That's how it was, after that. And I was like, yes. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I don't know how this. It's almost like you got bit by the travel bug. You know what I mean? I just
Yep.
had. It was like I had to keep doing it. And had I not got stuck in Colombia, I probably would have, been in another country somewhere because I always had aspirations to go to Chile. I always had aspirations to go to Ecuador. You know what I mean? And then, just creeping up in my mind, Bolivia. I like to go to different countries that nobody really touched. I really eventually get down to Brazil, but I'm having reservations about taking that yellow fever shot because in order to in the back into Colombia, you gotta have a yellow fever shot, coming back from Brazil. But anyhow, that's another story. So had I not got stuck here, I would have probably got a chance to experience all these other countries that I had in my mind, in the back of my mind. Someday I'm gonna end up there, and shucks, man. And I think that it was the best decision I made. That argument from the house to that party to make sure that I make that trip. And I had other opportunities to go from 2012 to 2019 to go to DR because I'm in a frat, Omega Psi Phi. Shout out to the bros. But I they Los, let's go to DR, man. We're gonna go to Sasu, Puerto Plata, or whatever, blah blah blah. And then
Hmm.
my ex-wife would always come up with some type of excuse or make up something for me to just say, it ain't even worth it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go. And then
Yeah.
some of the brothers started clowning, Carlos, you had this, that, and the third. You know, and I just never made it there. So I had opportunities, I
Right.
just never took advantage of it. But that particular time, the first trip to Colombia, I just wasn't finna do the same thing that I had did in previous years. And I'm glad that I did. It was like the best decision I ever made in my life. You know what I mean? Well, one of the best decisions I made in my life. So
Right.
and that's pretty much how it turned out for me as far as the passport, me gaining it from 2010 all the way up until where we are today. Well, where I am today.
Right. No, absolutely, man. And for me, at least on my side, I always looked at it like I had the privilege because, as I mentioned, I had it since I was 3 years old. And then when I came into adulthood, I was just like, man, you know what? uh like I didn't know where I wanted to go. So I I continued to go to Jamaica and go to Canada. And it was really Flyboy. Where shout out to Flyboy because he and I went to high school together. And so once I saw him like just like going like a bunch of places, and we would hang out and he would show me like behind the scene footage. I guess that's what you guys would call Patreon-ish now. So it was like behind the scene footage. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's time to go. And man, I have never looked back. And one of the things for me is that uh, not only is it beneficial financial wise, because not only is it beneficial financial wise, but it's also a lot more like peaceful. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
it's peaceful because you like a lot of places you don't necessarily have to worry about the hustle and bustle, especially me being a metropolitan guy like Tampa's kind of
Tampa's
metropolitan.
Tampa is a metro area. It's just not
Yeah,
the largest metro area in the United States. They say
Gotcha.
Tampa Bay. When people say Tampa Bay, they're really talking about 5 different counties. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough mainly, because that's where Tampa's located,
Mhm.
Sarasota and Manatee, and Polk County. So really 6 counties when they say Tampa Bay. But Tampa
Right.
is actually located in Hillsborough County.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I had lost my thought. That's what would make it a that's what makes Tampa Bay the metro area. Those five or
Okay.
six.
Got it. But yeah, so you understand what I'm saying though? Like either growing up in the metropolitan area, you have the hustle and bustle. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also me growing up in New York City, like it was weird traveling. It was weird traveling because I wasn't used to seeing people like smile. People smile at you, like and people just smile just regularly. Like I'm just used to people really just having a mean mug. So it's like everyone would just smile at like because if someone smiled at you in New York, like usually a female's like trying to flirt or something like that. Like you know what it is, or if it's someone of the same gender, it's you know what it is, and I don't respect to that, but that's not my thing, right?
Right.
So when I just saw like the genuine smiles, like no, like they actually genuinely mean like how are you doing, right? So it's not that like underlining like okay like what's this, what's up, like you got to have your guard up,
Sarcasm, thought, or whatever. They trying to do something sneaky.
right?
You don't have that feeling. I understand. It's a bit different from my situation growing up in the South, and then I was born in Mississippi, so both my mom and dad from the same little town in Mississippi or whatever. But
Hmm.
that Southern hospitality, what they say. You know what I mean? I had an opportunity to experience that, not on the level that it is here in South America, but you still get that feel. So I totally understand what you're saying. However, nowadays it's a little bit different in Florida, especially because people like to throw the stone and hide their hand. You know what I mean? So they may be smiling at you, but like you just said, what's behind the smile? You know what I mean? Like, what are you? What what is your intention? You know what I mean? So it's
Right,
not really. You can't really take every smile as genuine. So I understand totally what you're saying.
right, absolutely, absolutely. Let me just jump into some of these comments real quick.
Right.
De Regalo, sup room, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to the Bay Area, man. Bay Area is in the building. Charles Jones, yo, what's up, brother? What's up?
What's going on, Charles?
Gail
Ah,
at night.
there she go.
Salute, Kings and Dreams. Los D and chat. Man, let me tell you, man. Shout out to you, Gail at night, man. For those of y'all who haven't seen, man, I believe that y'all had to have seen by now. On my channel and Austin actually posted on his channel. So between both our channels, we got like 12K, 12K views on that. But I had a live stream this past Tuesday on my channel. I had Mr. Lucario, I had Austin Holloman, and also I had my man Reese on there, and Gail came in because for Felicia Jordan, my original moderator wasn't feeling too well, so she had to, you know, do what she had to do. But Gail came in and held it down, man. And
Gail
I
be
was
in
trying,
these
and
YouTube
I was trying
streets,
to slow
man.
down the chat. I was trying to slow down the chat, and I'll say something behind the scenes. So Lo sends me a screenshot of what Gail's trying to send me, and I'm trying to do that, and I'm still trying to stay engaged in the conversation. And then it was at a point where I just said, you know what, like, forget it.
Deal with this another day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gail be in these YouTube streets. I didn't realize, man, she be moderating for a lot of people, man. You know what I mean?
Man, let me tell you,
Surprised me
yeah,
the other day when she came in because I drop my videos on every Monday, 10:30. And I don't really know who be watching them, when it come on live, but she happened to jump in the chat. I say, well, damn, Gail, you know what I'm saying? You everywhere. You know what I mean? Giving me some
yeah,
uplift on how to get my hours to get to this monetized situation going on. So yeah, man, shout out to Gail that night, man. Actually she was just on the 6 hour live with Richie Mack just a moment ago. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, before that, before we get to that, last night, Gail had an epic live stream on her channel. Shout out to Andre Love Crossing Borders, and then also shout out to my man Richie Mack and Tobias the Traveler, man. So that was an excellent live. Hey, Gail, you gotta have like the under 45 and younger on there the next time. You gotta put Lil Sinai on there next time on your channel, man. But
I
yeah,
promise I
no, it was definitely good, and also shout out to Zuna Thailand, man. He had an epic live stream today. That was epic, man. Where Courtney and Chantel,
Chantel Simone.
that was a great conversation. No matter which side how you feel about it, I have tremendous respect for both ladies and what they're trying to do, and I'll just
I
leave
have
it
I
there.
have respect. I have a respect for Courtney Michelle for the fact of her to being able to stand on her ground and the rebuttals that she was giving. But I have a newfound respect for I already respect Chantel Simone already, but have a newfound respect for her now. You know what I mean? Because she was able to articulate the mind of a man from and by her being a woman. You know what I'm saying? It seems like she was in men's head and being able to speak our piece through a woman's mouth. You know what I mean? So shout out to both Chantel Simone and Courtney Michelle. Hey, Chantel Simone, if you happen to be listening, if you come back and run it back on Chapa TV, on his channel, you know what I mean? I gotta ask you out on a date. I want to take you out, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And you Jamaican, so I don't consider you American. I want to take you out.
Hey, man, do you think? But I think she booed up. I think she said that.
I can
I
tell.
don't know.
I can take her away from him.
Oh man,
That
oh
dude ain't
man.
that dude ain't me. But while you bringing that up, the conversation that was going on Richie Mac's channel, right? It
Yeah,
goes into what the topic is. What we talking about? Why you should get your passport?
right.
Because what Chantel's point was is that why would a man wait another 30 years to get something that he wants now, and he can find that in a woman outside of the United States? Not to make this is just about a woman. You know what I mean? Because there's a myriad of reasons why a man should get their passport. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just, and you mentioned one of them, the cost of living. You know what I mean? But that's one of the reasons why, and she was able to articulate that. I say, damn, she done made Courtney Michelle cry on the dang on panel. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But uh, but it was a nice conversation, and I was just thrilled to see that it was two black women not
Yeah,
and back and forth with
I
each
saw
other,
your
man.
I saw your comment. I saw your comment. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, because
I was
you
like,
rarely ever see that, man. You rarely ever see that. You don't see two black women having a sensible conversation, even though they both disagree. If there's a disagreeing going on, somebody gonna call somebody out their name, then it turns into a big old mess. You know what I mean? So I was just happy to see that it didn't even go left like that. Like
yeah,
Richie Mack said, if you could keep him from saying making a comment, or have keep Andre especially from making a comment while they was having their dialogue, man, that's huge. That's very huge.
yeah,
But anyhow, nevertheless, that's another reason why people should, men specifically, should get their passports. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a chance to experience life in another way. You can see things different from how you actually grew up in the town, city of society that you grew up in America, man. You just it opens your like. I live in Bogota. I live in the Andes Mountains. Bogota is a city is the fifth highest elevated city in the world, um, and it's inside of a flat part of the Andes Mountains. That's where the city is made up at. Man, yeah, I only read about the Andes Mountains, man. I read about it. When I did pay attention when I was in high school, you know what I mean? Because I didn't pay attention in every class. I didn't pay attention in world history. I didn't pay attention in American history. I ain't want to know nothing about Christopher Columbus that when I was 16, 17. I ain't care nothing about none of that. You know what I mean? So, but remembering some things, like I remember marine biology because I'm interested in marine life. I like the water. Some things I can remember in the Andes Mountains being one of them, like the seven wonders of the world, right? The Taj Mahal and the Great Wall of China and Stonehenge and all of these different wonders of the world. Those specifically I remember, but then when I fast forward to today and I'm living in Bogota, and I don't know if you guys like the 420. You know what I'm saying? I 420 sometimes. I did that 10,000 feet in the air in the Andes Mountains, man. Everybody can't say that, bro.
right.
Everybody can say they was 420 in 10,000 feet. in the air in the Andes Mountains. You know, most people will only be able to say that they've been to the Appalachian and the Rocky Mountains, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's stuff like that that makes it cool for you to have a passport, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, everybody like to you got these trolls and whoever other negative hating people that get on these platforms and say, oh, you travel here for the women and you travel here just to get you a dirty foot and all this other kind of stuff, not realizing about all of the other things. Like on Monday, I got a video coming out from Quibdó. Quibdó is supposedly the one of the worst cities you can
Choco.
go to. Choco, that's the state. Quibdó is the capital of
Yeah, yeah,
Choco.
yeah, yeah.
So this is like supposedly one of the worst cities that you can go in as far as violence is concerned. Well, I'm here to dispel that for you. Y'all check out my channel and you can see I got it's a three part episode. You know what I mean? So for the next 3 Mondays, you'll see Keepdo, me and Keepdo, and you ain't gonna see nothing but us in this place. And I didn't encounter violence not one time. I didn't even see it. Didn't even come close. And you know, in America, you can't congregate with a whole bunch of Negroes and some type of violence doesn't occur. You know what I mean? It's just almost damn near impossible. You know what I'm saying? For that to occur in the United States, in any city. You know what I mean? Or town. And that's crazy, man.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm gonna add on to what you had said, really quick. So Gail, I did not see Uncle TMD get on there because I did fall asleep and then I got back on the live stream. But yeah, I didn't see Grizzle get on there, but I did see Chocolate Man get on there, and I did see Courtney get on there. So thank you for the correction. I definitely appreciate you. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did I miss something? Oh, I did. Hold on. Oh man, the man of the hour right here.
Oh, Papa
Shababa
is here.
TV. Shababa TV, man. But first of all, man, salute to you, brother. You know, thank you for allowing us to hold it down. So he says, hey, Gail, would you like to host the channel? Oh, okay. Sorry. He's having a conversation with my whoops, my bad. Okay. So hook her up. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right. So Gail said she has her hands full, and I completely agree with that. Man, let me tell you, Gail has a skill of moderating. Gail has a skill of moderating while she was on her show last night. Then today she's on the panel talking, and she's still sharing like, "Hey, go like Kings of Dreams, go like Lord Crypto, go like whoever." And while she's still talking, I'm like, "Damn!" I'm like, "Listen, that is some type of talent right there, man."
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, Gail off the chain, man. I couldn't believe it, man. You know, I see her get an automatic wrench if she fall through when I start doing my lines. But
Oh man, speaking of the Bay Area, man, Passport King, Afi Kingdom, salute, man. That's
salute
my
to you.
guy, man. That is my guy, man. We definitely gonna connect real soon.
Hold on, I don't mean to go off topic, man, but I don't know if any college football fans are in the building, man. It looked like Tennessee getting ready to knock off Alabama. They've been going scope for scope. That's why I keep looking to the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's all good.
I'm a,
What,
I'm a huge college football fan, man, and
me
I've been
too, me
waiting
too.
on this. But I've been waiting on something like this to happen. Tennessee look like the real deal. Shout out to these two programs. Well, actually, just shout out to Tennessee because I don't like Alabama, man. But anyway, man, if y'all ain't tuned in to that, man, y'all might want to check it out because they're on the last. They got 2 seconds left for a quarter, and Tennessee about to try to kick the game-winning field goal. Just to let y'all know. Oh, what's up? What's up? That's Infinite Growth TV. That's Todd Allen right there, man. Y'all need to go subscribe to
Oh
Todd.
yes, what's going on, brother? Salute.
Y'all need, if y'all in the chat, man, please go and subscribe to this brother's channel, man. If you want to be inspired, if you want to be uplifted, if you want to just get practical knowledge about everyday things, especially in finances and economics, this is the guy you want to talk to, man. You know what I mean? Todd is he's one of these he ain't gonna get you with the wow factor. You know what I'm saying? Like right off the bat, it's not gonna happen. You gotta really, literally listen to him and listen to the information that he's giving to you, and then turn around and apply it. And if it don't work, then you unsubscribe from his channel. And also follow him on Instagram, man. I respect this brother to the utmost, man, just because of what he's doing and the type of information that he put out there to the world, man. So please go and subscribe to this brother's channel, Infinite Growth TV with Todd Allen.
Absolutely. I can definitely completely co-sign, man, because Todd Allen, Infinite Growth, this brother definitely knows what he's talking about, man.
Alabama just got knocked out, baby.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
Uh-oh.
52 to 49.
Woo.
Yes, sir. No more college football playoffs for these guys. So we'll be looking at a total different 14 format.
Wow, that is
Yes, sir.
huge.
Yes, sir.
That
They
is
rushing the field
huge.
right now. Yeah.
Oh man, shout out to you, Felicia Jordan. Hello, everyone. Hey, Felicia Jordan. Thank you for making it. I know you're not feeling too well, but I appreciate you coming through and just showing some love. So thank you so much. I highly appreciate you. Let's see. He said we're giving away too much game. Hey man, you know what? You know what, man? Each one teach one, man. If we could, we could give we could give at least some samples. We got to give some samples, right? You know what I mean? Like when you go in the store and they have like the little samples like on the stick or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you try to sample. Okay, not now in order for you to buy the whole meal. Hey, not now we got to talk about some consultations. See, there's a difference. Oh man, shout out to Garden Scientist,
There go
King
my guy.
Moose. What's up?
Scientist, what's up,
My
Saddam?
guy
I
right
see you.
there.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Chapapa TV. I can moderate, but don't have the time to host a whole video. Okay, perfect. Got it. Understood. Hold on.
No doubt, no doubt. That was, I guess, that was for Chopper Park because he asked a question about that.
Okay, perfect. Perfect, man.
But yeah, man, back to what I was saying about the reason why you should get, because that's what we don't want to get chat. We don't want to get too far off the topic, but another reason why you should get your passport outside of traveling for cost of living.
Hmm.
I was talking about the experiences that you get to have because the type of people that you get to meet. This is another reason. Another thing, you can learn. Everybody can learn something from everybody. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. So, for an example, Infinite Growth TV, I would have never met this brother at all whatsoever if I had not had my passport, traveled outside the country, and or moved here. I would have not run into him at all. Man, you got to get that comment off the screen, man. You got to wait till the end of the year when they play Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just messing with you, Ty. But yeah, I wouldn't have had an opportunity to meet this brother and other brothers such as Andre. And Andre actually lived in the same neighborhood where I lived in Tampa, where we was in the little area called Riverview, a suburb of Tampa. We lived basically down the street from each other and didn't even know it. You know what I mean? He worked at a college that I could have walked to for my tax business. You know what I mean? Didn't even know it. You know what I mean? But when I got outside the country, then I got an opportunity to meet him. You understand what I'm saying? And then, brothers like you, I would have never met you had it not been for my cousin, passport stamp. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir. Salute to him, man.
I wouldn't have met you, bruh. See, this is another reason why you should get your passport because you can change the circle of people you are. You know that old saying, you are what you hang around? Or if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. You know what I'm saying? Look here, man. You can meet different people who have similar ideals as you, and then you can get with that said person, and then increase your knowledge, maybe even your net worth, or whatever. And this is just another element to your passport is meeting different people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Expanding your network is truly, truly, truly fundamental. And I believe that the first time I seen it, the first time that I seen it and really learned to understand it was when I went to festival festival de Barranquilla,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when I had met Ace Live in person. I met Andre Love Crossing Borders in person. I met Jedi Drees in person. I feel like I may be missing one more person, but these are all these are brothers that are well traveled, and I did not realize how popular that they were in this space. right? And so at that time, at that time, Ace had maybe like 10,000, 15,000. Flyboy maybe had like 4 or 5,000 subscribers, right? And then now you look at Ace. Ace has, probably close to like 400,000. Flyboys, creeping up on like 50. Dre has one channel that has over 100,000. Has like three more channels that is, at least 3,000 or more completely monetized. And as you mentioned, right, like being able to just learn and understand why people travel. And yeah, travel, you want to have fun. Of course, we men, we want to see the ladies. But I, even outside of the ladies, being able to, you mentioned Todd Allen, being able to understand how your money works. You would be surprised at how many people don't really fully understand the concept of money. How many people are ignorant about the concept of money. The majority of mass society is very ignorant about the concept of money and how it really works, right? And so we talk about the manosphere content and all that, like, yeah, dating, relationships. I get that, but also financial security is key, because you could talk about dating and relationships, but if you don't understand how your money works, you're not going to be able to get a woman anyway. So you need.
Or take advantage of all of the opportunities that you know what I
Right.
mean that your passport provides in that realm.
Exactly. Exactly. Understanding currency. Speaking of currency, learn crypto TV. Here's the thing. Like I know some things about crypto. I know some things about crypto, but man, like listening to you talk, I'm like, oh snap! Like this guy's a genius, right?
Look, I
And
ain't
but
no
the thing,
genius.
but you know what? But you know what the thing that you always say? You always say, do the research.
Do your
So
own
do the
research.
research.
QIR, yep.
Right.
Yeah, and that's really how I got thorough on it. You know what I mean, and just meeting a brother like Todd Allen, Troy, Bet Out of Debt. You know what I mean, meeting brothers like this, and then talking to Andre how he, what I mean, maximizes all this stuff. Even you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done heard you. You know what I mean? Talk about your financial stance and how you able to have your apartment down in Medellin and being able to travel back and forth and how you move, man. All I did was go to a subject area and said, and I heard Taylor Made Dream say this. He don't even, because I ghost watch a lot of people's channels, but I
Yeah.
heard him say, and this was more than almost 2 years ago, man, why don't you just pick a subject and become a SME, a subject matter expert in that area? So
Right.
that's what I did. You know what I mean? I know
Right.
crypto was hot. I know financial literacy is low in our community, and I said, well, the best thing that I can do is learn this financial tool right here, a financial wheel, and then pass this information along to our people, whoever decide to want to listen to old Carlos here. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I got started in crypto. I didn't know no more. I mean, I knew about crypto back in 2014 because I was trying to set up a mining farm, but it cost too much. I didn't have enough upfront money to be able to set all of that up. That's why I
Right.
didn't get into it, and I didn't invest into crypto with my own money until 2018. But from 2014 to 2018, I just read a little here, read a little there, blah blah blah. And when I decided to make my YouTube channel, then I just went all in, man. And because I'm able to process stuff quickly and then being able to regurgitate it to, for lack of a better term, to get a dummy to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's how I figured out this is how I'm gonna help people. Again, another reason why you should have your passport, because now, if I had not heard Taylor Made Dreams say that, would I have learned crypto TV? And the reason why I'm listening to Taylor Made Dream is because he had a passport, and hearing Andre say, well, this brother, showed his whole entire journey. I wasn't a part of that first, channel or anything like that, but I believe what Andre said about him, and saying that he showed his journey from start to all the way to the point the way where he started living in the DR. And I was like, well, I guess this brother, what I mean, has some type of knowledge that I can use. You know what I mean? And I got a passport. He got a passport. So, he can't be, and he on a public platform. So I wouldn't assume that a brother like this in his age and his background would be misleading people on purpose. All right, so let me listen to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that came apart for me. Another reason, like I was saying, another reason why you should have your passport. Because if you don't have a passport, then what purpose would you have or be on a passport platform?
You know what I'm saying? So there's another reason. You know, it opens different opportunities for you to be able to expand your mind. Think outside of the box, though, because if you look at like you inside of a box, right? It's 100 people in this box. You know, one person is trying to get out, but you got 50 people trying to pull this person back down in that box. Well, you know what I mean? If you never inside of that box, how can anybody pull you down and back in there? You know, a lot of people don't think outside the box, man.
No, that's very true. That's very true. Very true, man. And yeah, I don't like I'm not familiar with that Taylor Made Dreams where he kind of brought up his whole journey. So and I've known Taylor Made Dreams about a year or it has to be under a year. It has to be under a year. But what I can say is from what I know about Russ, man, like that is one good brother, man, and a very savvy brother, man. And as you mentioned, like being able to network, like I wouldn't have known so many people. Like there's so many people in the chat, man, that like that I've connected with, and it's just crazy because spaces like this, having your passport, being able to communicate, and especially people who are like minded too, man. Because
Yeah,
the thing is, man, because the thing is, like, as you get older, right? Because as you get older, you have to, like, you usually start separating because you and friends who you probably grew up with, you guys have different dreams, different aspirations, or whatever. It's no love lost, but it is what it is. People have different aspirations, whatever. You know what I mean? So,
true.
like, you want to travel. Some people say, you know what? Maybe I want to travel, but I don't want to travel where you want to go, or I don't want to travel at all. Like I want to stay here in the States, whatever the case is.
True
Okay,
statement.
cool. Do your thing. It's no love lost, but you know what I mean? If you're over here and I'm over there, like we're not gonna be communicating as much. That doesn't mean like we're no longer friends, but I'm gonna have a circle of friends now
That's
who
different
like
from what I
travel
grew up with.
and who like doing things that I like doing. And
Exactly.
and that's just how it goes. Hold on,
Exactly.
I'm trying to get to some more of these comments here.
Yeah, knock them out. I'm just knocking out some of these tickets. Yeah, family. See, just so y'all know, I sometimes when I'm on these panels, I do be on the clock working. I'm in tech. I'm a network engineer, so I don't like my tickets to pile up on me. So if you see me looking down, looking away, it's because that's what I'm doing. And the reason why I said that is it's gonna lead me to my next reason why you should have a passport.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Gail at Night says I can moderate, but I don't have the time to host a whole show. Hey, Chapapa, if you're still here, I assume you want me to give her a wrench because I can do it. I think I can do it. Oh, wait a minute, can I? Let me see. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, you're gonna have to go back when this stream is over, and then you'll do it. Let's see. What's up, everyone? Catch you in 2 weeks with Jorge. All right, man. Enjoy, my guy. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to Los and Kings of Dreams. Hey, listen, how far are you away from 1,000?
Me? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
over 1,000. I'm almost at 1,100.
Oh, whoops. Oh, look at. Oh, okay. Man, he's flexing right now. See, I am. See, I'm 100. I'm 106 away from 1,000. See, yo, listen, guys, help me catch up to Los, man. Help me catch up to him.
Yeah, see,
Definitely
but
make sure that you guys
by the
like.
time you get to your 1,000, you already gonna be ready to be monetized. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got your watch hours already. You know what I
I
mean? Me,
definitely do.
I got 3,000 to go. But Gail at night, she gave me a power play to help me get there quicker. So I'm gonna jump on that here shortly.
Yeah.
But I ain't
All right.
sweating it because I like what I'm doing. And
Oh no, man. Nah, no worries, man. You know that 3,000 will come before come right before you know it, man. So don't even worry about that. Yeah,
I don't.
definitely be sure to click the like button. I already read that one. Ohio State #1. Red lipstick vibes. Salute to you, sister. I appreciate you coming in. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. And we had that panel last week, Saturday, with all ladies. So if you guys did not check that out, because I know I talked about the live stream with Austin Holloman and also Mr. Lucario and my man Reese. But Last week Saturday I had an all ladies panel, and that was a good one too. All different ages, um, different ethnicities. It was very good, man. Let's
Nice. Yeah,
see.
I saw that too.
uh, Chocolate Brown brother, bigs up from Santiago. Uh, Playa. Yeah, man. Hey, brother, man, hit me up. Don't forget to hit me up, man. Let's see here. Passport, credit card hacks for travel benefits. If you're paying bills, have your bills pay your travel. Absolutely, man. Listen, DeRegalo, I couldn't have said it any better. Man, you definitely got a strong point right there, bro. Let's see here. Um, American Express Platinum and other several credit cards offering 120. Is that was that 120,000 points? Hack it, mac it, and pack it to the next deal. Wow.
120,000. 120,000.
Okay, there we go, man. Infinite Growth TV, no romance without finance. Say that. Say that. Say that. Los is the absolute truth. No one better. Hey man, good brother, good brother.
You get me.
Listen, if you want to know about Crypto TV, definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to Learn Crypto TV. Man, Los is a good brother, man. I mean, he definitely knows what he's talking about. And what he does is that when he dumbs it down, what he's trying to say is he breaks it down into the simplest form to where you can understand what he's saying with crypto, because when you first look at it or whatever, like you see you see NFTs and all these different things, and and you hear all these different words, so you like, man, they talking about sets or what, like gangs? Like, no. But seriously, he breaks it down in the simplest form, to where you can completely understand it. Definitely, check him out, and also make sure that you guys follow me, Kings and Dreams. That is my link right there. Help me get to 1,000. Listen, I need to be at 1,000 by Monday. By Monday. That's it. Because crypto's beating me by like 200 right now. I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. All right. Comment, share, and subscribe to Chapapa TV. Obviously, if you guys are here and I sent you guys the invite and you guys have not subscribed to Chapapa TV, definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to my brother, man. He has a lot of good content. I know right now he's out, he's out of town, but he will be back in Brazil doing this thing, man. So, and he's probably still watching. So salute to you, man. What's up, fellas? Good info. I'm already subscribed to you both. Hanging with Hameen. That's what's up, brother, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, he a Medi head too. He do Medellin too.
Yes, he is a Betty head. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I think Los got some money on that game. Probably.
You already know this, brother.
Probably.
Yes, yeah.
Oh man, Andre and Andre love crossing borders. Man,
this brother right here worked too much for me, man.
Man, you know what? Let me tell you, man. I sound like Richie Mack, because Richie Mack always do that. Man, let me tell you about this brother, man. But no, but seriously, let me tell you about Andre, man. This brother, this brother is definitely one of my mentors, man, and he is one of the reasons why I keep pushing and striving, man, because like there will be days where I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this. And then like I'll check out YouTube and see him on like 3 or 4 different panels. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm like, man, like, not to give his age away, but I'm saying like, man, I could technically be his son. So it's like, nah, man, nah, I gotta push myself, right? And that's what, going back to what we were saying earlier, like you have to have that network where people inspire you and push you to be, continue to be the best versions of yourself, man. You know what I mean?
Who you surround yourself with, man. And like I was saying with that last comment, what you was alluding to just a moment ago, man. Listen, that the passport. Listen, let's try to refrain you and I from talking about women, because you can go on anybody's channel and hear people talking about women in travel and going to these different countries. Let's highlight all of the other things that no one else really highlights on why you should have your passport. And what Kings and Dreams just said, Andre, Todd, hanging with Jaime, Chapapa, TMD, Chocolate Man Thailand, Richie Mack. The list goes on, man. You know what I mean? Of all of these different brothers who have different uh, strengths in different industries, right? To be able to help you, well, you can pick and choose. So, like for an example, hanging with Jaime, this is a music guy. He's creating music videos, and he does this and he does that, and he does it in South America. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? If you're into music, then you can, hit him up for some advice if you into making beats, or if you some type of producer, or if you want to make, if you are you a good editor or whatever, you want to help make music videos and stuff like that. That guy probably will have, hang with Jaime, probably will have information to be able to assist you and point you in the right direction. As for with Andre covers a myriad of things. He has a lot of experience in a lot of different arenas and industries. Right? That's just what it is. And obviously, if you go to listen to his channel, you'll be able to easily figure that out. You know what I'm saying? He always got a top 5 this and a top 5 that, top 10 or top 7 or whatever the top is for that night is. But it's all game that you can use and take and apply practically to your life right now to make it go. But guess what? Again, like I said, if you don't have a passport, then your mind is not even going to think to go to a passport channel, which is not going to give you the opportunity to be able to expand your situation. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like one of the only brothers that's in crypto. It's not even a lot of brothers teaching crypto. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I know that Crypto Blood up in Detroit, and his style is a little bit different from mine. And I think you got another crypto guy out there in California. I can't remember his name, and it may be one other black man teaching crypto, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one. And I ran across the channel, but I haven't seen anything here for some time. But if you don't have these channels as a black man to go to, then you relegated to listening to the big boys of the world and the altcoin dailies and all of this other kind of stuff. And they might not see things the way that you see it because they didn't grow up the way you grew up, or they didn't, you know, uh, 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 they don't have the same mind track that you may have towards finances because they may have had a silver spoon in their mouth. They might have came out at 14 years old, invested all the way from that time. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in that sector, then they got you. You know what I'm saying? You a good moderator to make sure that everybody stays on a different level. And then this is what I admire about you the most: the fact that you keep everything classy and respectful. You know what I'm saying? You don't disrespect nobody, and you make sure that everybody has a platform to be heard, whether it's a agreeable topic or not, based off of what they're saying. That's one of your strengths. The
Thank
reason
you,
why
bro.
I'm saying that is because I need to be able to do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm the person that's ready to jump down your throat the moment you try me. You know what I'm saying? Because I go out of my way to not disrespect you. So I would expect that in return. But most of the time, it's not that way. You see what I'm saying? But if I adopted your way of thinking and your attitude, then how much more better would that make me as a person?
Right.
But guess what? I wouldn't have ran into that if I hadn't had no passport.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Just to kind of circle back on the financial thing, man. Like we did a live stream what about 2 months ago, and you can actually so there's not too many people who can actually say, hey, you know what? If I want to talk to someone who is very knowledgeable about crypto, I can call them right away. If I want to talk to someone who is not knowledgeable about foreign exchange, I could call this person right away. If I want to talk to this person about stocks, I can talk to this person right away, right? Or you could say, like, okay, starting a business, right? Starting a business. You can even hit up Aaron, BMT, even Andre, whatever the case is. You could talk to these people. Well, one of the things that TaylorMade had said, what I had TaylorMade, Andre, and also Zuna Thailand. TaylorMade had said, and I actually got to clip this by the way, but TaylorMade had actually said, he said that he had not been to the ATM in 15 years. Think about that. Think
Yeah,
about that.
I'm thinking about that. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
we're able to put ourselves around people who haven't been to the ATM in 15 years. Do you know what kind of luxury your life is going to be if you don't have to go to the ATM?
Hmm.
See what I mean?
I just went to the ATM today.
It's all good, man. But what I'm saying is that like the financial security and the financial wherewithal is extremely important. And I know you see travel bros and they talk about the ladies. Yeah, the ladies is cool. I'm saying we're men. Naturally, we're hunted. Completely get that. What I also want to say is that certain things that have not been a point of focus is the financial literacy and the financial security. But someone can actually say that they haven't gone to the ATM in over a decade. That's some powerful stuff.
Man, very powerful, bro. Very powerful. The fact of the matter is that you won't even be able to experience any of this financial situation, it's if you don't have your passport. So for an example, in my situation particularly, I am able to pay for with a salary that people will laugh at. I took a pay cut moving here, like a serious pay cut, to be able to move out of the matrix and live my dream, right? And the amount of money that I make just under 40K, right, for the year. Most women in America laugh, oh, you ain't you. They call me a dusty, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas when I was in the matrix, I was making 62K, which is somewhat respectable. And the type of work that I was doing, that's what you get paid. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that same money that I make now is 4 times that in this country where I'm at now, and I can go pretty much anywhere, and it's gonna be 3 or 4 or 5 times that, you know, and I can work anywhere. One of the points that I wanted to make, you know what I mean, because you get a passport, then now you're looking at opportunities to be able to work outside of the country, still making the USD, which ties right into the financial piece, right? You know what I'm saying? So now you're able to have a different type of experience because most people don't know haven't experienced working online, you know, and the people who have worked online for the little bit of time that they did during the pandemic, right? They are now back in the brick and mortar situation, and a lot of jobs, saw benefit in keeping it online, like the company that I work for now, and others just said no, we would rather have you in the building. So if had I not jumped on the opportunity that I have now, I would have been still in America trying to, use my little 14, 15 days that I had a PTO to travel outside the country for 2 weeks. I was working for Anthem in their IT department, Anthem, the insurance company. And I was in their IT department, but they block IP addresses. It's from certain locations, especially when you're dealing with the HIPAA laws and the IP addresses within the IT department, right? So I would have never been able to, even though I was working remote from home or working from my tax office rather, with that job, it wouldn't allow me to go outside the country. So I had to make a decision. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for a job that's going to allow me to work in an international space and take advantage of the financial gain that I will be able to make by doing so. And I just put together a plan and executed that plan.
Right.
So, the reason why I'm saying that is because when you think of it in this fashion, for those of who interested in who living outside the country and still making the USD, you still have to make a plan and execute it. You know what I'm saying? Based off of your personal situation, because everybody don't have tech skills, but there are other jobs out there that allow you to work international and be able to get the same experience that I'm having. You're gonna look at me 10 years from now and see my face is gonna look the same way. You know why? Because I'm living stress free, which is another benefit of having a passport and living outside the country. You don't have no stress
Absolutely.
unless you bring that
Absolutely.
stress to yourself. You know, um, you get
Absolutely.
the type of food you eat is not GMO based,
Yep.
genetically modified. Like that's what I mean. It's all organic and naturally grown here. So I literally ate 3 times yesterday, twice today. My belly full, but I ain't gaining no weight like that. Why? Because there's not a lot of you know, ingredients in these foods here that will put your body in a bad state of health. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, these are other benefits of having a passport and using it and living outside the country. Well, I realize everybody won't be able to live outside the country, but you can maximize the time that you're able to is to the best of your ability through the plan that you put in place for yourself to do so.
Perfect, man. You know what? I couldn't have said it any better, brother. You have to you have to have a plan in place, or at least think of a semblance of a plan, and then continue to build as you go. But the thing is that make sure that you take a risk, right? Because we growing up in America, we think that like America is just everything, everything, best healthcare, best everything, right? And listen, that is it's just not true. It's just not true. Like, Learn Crypto just mentioned that his salary for his current role outside of what he's doing with crypto and everything else, is under 40K. You can maximize that. So even if he wasn't doing crypto, he could actually still be living comfortably with making under 40K a year. Trust me. You cannot make under 40K a year and living in a city that or a location that you want to be in the United States. A location that you want to be in, like if you're one of those people that need to be near a metropolitan area, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Part of my language, I don't want to curse on your platform, Chapapa, but you're gonna be in a very underwhelming apartment, and you don't want that. You don't want that, man. Talk about stress. It's better for your mental health, man. Let me tell you, every time when I am out of the country, I am at peace, man. Healthy food. Let me tell you. So I always come back, like, depending on how long I'm gone, anywhere from 5 to 8 pounds lighter, and I'm eating a lot over there. But the thing is, with the GMOs, as you mentioned, right? Andre's pescatarian. Every time I was with him, we were always eating fish or some sort of seafood. But I love seafood, so it's all good, man. And the fish was good, man. I mean, the fresh fish, man. Like, man, listen, it looked like I think they probably like got that fish, like, out the sea
Straight
that
out of the
morning or
ocean.
whatever.
Well, they definitely
Right,
do it here in Cartagena.
right.
Well,
Abs-
that's
oh,
why
oh,
that's where
oh,
I am now.
absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You know what I mean? But it's that overall peace of mind, being able to network, man. And then the one of the most important pieces is that you're able to network with a lot of people who have a lot of skills, or people who can help you find other people with skills, with people who look similar to you.
Yep,
Let me
you can.
let
And
me
you know
get
what I
let
mean.
me
And
get
for me, okay, yeah. Look at the Andre comment. He working now. I told you this dude never stops working, man. It's like he a robot or something, man.
Yep, actually, absolutely. Let me get to some more of these comments really quickly. Um, let's see here. Okay, it says Kings and Dreams. I just subscribed to your channel. I need some good recommendations for an Airbnb in Laurellis. Hey, brother, hit me up on Instagram so I can be able to give you that information. But yeah, definitely make sure that you hit me up, man. I got you all day, man. So if you want to stay in Laurellis, that's cool. But I have an apartment in El Poblado. You know what I mean? But I will say that it is on a busy street, but it's on a safe street, but it's on a busy street. So if you want something more like quiet, then I would say Laurellis is for you. But if you want to be in walking distance of everything, not Parqueyetas. Parqueyetas is down the street, but I'm saying I recommend not going there. Or if you're gonna go there during the day. Once you see the sun start to come down, no, get out of Parqueyetas. That's just my strong suggestion, man. That's just my strong suggestion, especially if you're the type of person that doesn't fully have their head on a swivel. If you fully don't have your head on a swivel, then don't go to Parque Edis at night. I recommend not going there at all. Let's just say that. That's my strong recommendation. Because the last thing I want to hear is, oh man, you know, K&D said to go down to Parque Edis. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Don't put that on me, brother. Next, you know, I definitely don't want to be on the next Razor Rays video saying, this man got told by K&D to go to Parque Edis. No, I didn't. No, I did not. All right. And Garden Scientist says, and if this, hold on. Oh, and all does fail, don't it sound just cool to tell people that your siblings in and out the country at will? Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does sound very cool. You're right about that. Shout out to you, Garden Scientist. Definitely does, man. What's the word, OG? Mari Williams, hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, man? I appreciate you pulling up on me, man. Hey, bro, make sure that you subscribe to this channel right here, Chapapa TV. This is my boy's channel, so I'm just holding it down for him. And then also make sure you subscribe to my man who's co-hosting with me, LearnCryptoTV, man. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe. Man, Jackson Jeter. This may be the comment of the night. You know what I like? I just like simple and transparent comments. Not to say I don't like intricate comments because I'm an intricate guy, but sometimes you just gotta just say what it is. Fellas, use your passports. That's it.
Jeter hit the nail on the coffin right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not going to be able to get any of these experiences if your blue book is collecting dust. You don't have a passport just to say I have a passport. You know what I mean? Where are the stamps inside of your passport? That is what is the power of the passport.
Right. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Khalil said, why are y'all fake Karen tonight? Oh man, whatever, bro.
See, now this is where okay, family, in the comment section right here, I'm gonna put what I learned from Kings and Dreams to use right now. You know what I'm saying? That was a disrespectful comment in my mind, but I'm going to just remain even keel and not say anything, because sometimes it's just better not to say anything.
Nah, because see the thing. Well, one of the things that I have learned about Khalil is that like you know he has like sometimes he'll say something sincere and then he'll have like those tongue-in-cheek comments, you know, and what he wants to do is try to see if he can get you going. So. You know, and like the other guy, or speaking of Razor Rays, Double R, shout out to Double R. The other guy, what was it like last week or the week? Was it last week? Yeah, it had to be like last week or something like that. And he was trying to get me going, but I wouldn't fall for it. He was trying to get me going, and at the end of the day, he made himself look. He made himself look very ignorant,
like he always do.
Right? Exactly. Let's see here. Having your passport gives you unlimited options across the board.
That would be correct, my brother.
Yep. No risky, no bisky. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to you, Q Breeze and Puerto Plata.
Cool Breeze. What risky, no bisky mean?
That's he's saying. Well, I don't know if that's a he or she, but I believe it's a he. But I'm just gonna say that person said, you know, I believe what that person's trying to say is no risk, no reward.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely get those likes up. Let's see. Elvis Garcia de Jesus. Oh, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Hello, gentlemen. The best seafood ever is in the DR, especially in Malmon near Puerto Plata and Boca Chica. Well, you know what? So, you know what? This is what I will say. And maybe, and this may be a bit of a biased opinion, but I'm going to say, like, when it comes to like Spanish speaking countries, like for me, I'm always gonna look to Dominican Republic first. But see, growing up like you were Caribbean, so like my next door neighbors, like they would be Haitians. You would have the Guyanese, you would have Trinidad, you know, and then when it comes to like Latinos or whatever, you had the you had Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. So I was having Puerto Rican and Dominican food, or I was having Haitian food, of course, Jamaican food, Trinidadian food, whatever. So like I mean, there was some Colombians, but like I didn't have Colombian food until I went to Colombia. So growing up with it, it may be a bias on me. So that's why I look at it that way, right? You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's gonna be kind of objective, and it's gonna be to the person. Because I grew up in Florida now, and I grew up around all of these types of
Yeah.
different cultures and stuff like that. You know,
Right.
shoot, man, I can argue that Jamaicans make pretty good seafood because
Oh,
those
well,
yeah.
see, see, that's why they say. I mean, that would have been super biased. I had to
Well,
look outside of myself.
I'm not just the fact that you're Jamaican, blood wise. There was a Jamaican restaurant that I frequented a lot in Tampa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Simply because of their seafood. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you know, you got well in Tampa at least you got Puerto Ricans, you got Hondurans, you got Colombians, you got Cubans, you got all of the spectrum is in Florida because Florida's right there. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So you know, I just think that that's going to be more objective than anything. Hell, I like the seafood here, and if you go on the Pacific coast of Colombia, you're gonna get better than what you get in Cartagena.
Oh, yes.
That seafood restaurant that Andre take everybody to, if he happened to chill with you in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Because Andre don't chill with everybody, just so y'all know, you know what I mean? He don't chill with everybody. So
Oh, that's true.
just so you know this. But if you do chill with him, he gonna take you to a spot. Man, I had this red snapper in there that was about this big, man. I
Oh,
focused
yeah.
I focused on that red snapper the entire time. You know what I'm saying? And then I ate everything else after the fact because it was so good. But it was along the Pacific coast. Well, that's where it come from, at least. The style of the way that they cook it and stuff like that. So
Yes, correct.
in my
Yeah.
opinion, it's gonna be objective. So something like this brother just said he think the DR. Well, hell, somebody else might say Puerto Rico, and I'll say somewhere down in. Well, I got a couple different, you know, because I just told you I used to frequent a spot in Tampa all the time that wasn't none of these places. So,
Yeah.
you know, but that's just how I feel about that.
Gotcha. Hey, man. Well, Elvis, still salute to you nonetheless, man, because DR does got some banging food, man. So, can't sleep on that. Can't sleep on that, man. All right. So, Infinite Growth TV. I lost 30 pounds with the change in location and exercise. Saved my life moving to South America. Man, let me tell you, man. So I'm on day 6 on the 7th day fast, man. Strictly water. I know some people will have like some broth and stuff like that. I haven't done it. Just strictly just water, man. But man, let me tell you, like I feel great. I feel great, man. So definitely make sure you guys are taking care of your physical health, and your physical health is going to help your mental health. It will definitely go hand in hand, man.
Definitely, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. You know, I've been on my health trip since 2016 because I used to be 237 pounds, so I was a little bowling ball, man. But for me, you know what I'm saying. When I switched it up, then when I made my move or transition here to Colombia, it was an easy shift, man. You know, I didn't have to change much because you know the way things are. You can drink water right out of the faucet here, man. You can't drink no water out of the faucet in America, man. You know what I mean? Even down to that, taking a shower, bro. Taking a shower in America, for a better part of it, because I was married for 12 years. For a better part of that marriage, man, I would get out the shower at night, get ready to go to bed. I'm itching, scratching my back for about 20, 30 minutes before I go to sleep and all this stuff. You know, and then I figured out I could put coconut oil on my body, and then it'll prevent a lot of that, you know. But just the fact of me having to go and put all this on my body just to keep from itching, I get down here, take a shower. I don't even put lotion on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even be ashy like that. And I can get ashy for real, you know. So even in that, as far as the health benefits for having your passport in other areas or other countries, man, you know what I mean? That's one of the biggest things right there. You know, I would say behind the finances part is your health situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As a benefit to having your passport and using it.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
To what Jackson Jeter said earlier.
No, I absolutely, man. But the one thing I will disagree with you about, man, because see, I'm dark skinned. Like I ain't gonna get away with that nowhere. like I'm gonna have to put some lotion on. They go.
No doubt. Shout out to the caramel skin, brother.
They like, they ain't gonna let me get away with that. You got to put some coconut butter on or something, bro. Let's see. Parque Yetis is completely dismantled right now, shut down. The whole park is getting rebuilt and updated. Yeah, bro. I remember you saying that the other day, man. I remember you saying that the other day. But if I'm not mistaken, I do think that there are some parts where people are going. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll be there. Wow, I'll actually be there exactly a month from now, so I'll be able to tell you and let you know. Unless you're there right now, the best city in Dominican Republic is Santiago, hands down. Yeah, I've heard that. Shout out to Jorge, my journey with mom. He lives in Santiago. He loves it. Also, Yo Soy Kyla. She's in Santiago. She likes it. Loves it. I'm trying to think who else. I think I think Unc had a place down there too. I think he had a place down there. I'm not exactly sure.
I heard
And
the same thing. So if I
okay,
ever did
yeah,
travel
yeah,
on
yeah,
PR,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably
I've heard
one of the places
Santiago was
I
a nice
go.
spot though.
Yeah. And on top of that, the bros, Omega Psi Phi means the bros. We got a fraternity house there. I don't know what type of service and uplift they doing there.
Oh,
I know what type of uplift they doing, but
right.
service, you know. But either way, that's what I hear Santiago. So even though I haven't been there, you know what I mean. I would have to lean more towards what Chocolate Brown Brothers is saying.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I agree. Santiago has the best woman not only in DR but Latin America. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, man. Well, listen, man. You know, I wanted to keep this short, so just want to, I want to close up on this. But what I will, and we'll have another conversation because I know that your papa's gonna be out for I think like at least like another week. So we'll be back on here, but definitely make sure that you guys are getting your passports, man. And so you live in you live in two places in Colombia right now. And let me, let the people know what are the benefits of living in both those places.
Well, I'll say that having your passport, right, it affords you to be able to move around how you would want to move around, right? So back in the Matrix, I wasn't able just to hop on the flight on any given weekend and go where I wanted to. Had responsibilities and couldn't really afford it to be able to do that like that. I mean, I could have sacrificed and did it, but it just kind of didn't make sense. Here, literally, I could get up, go where I want to on whatever weekend I choose to. It's not going to cost me much to do it because plane tickets inside of Colombia are between $60 and $120 round trip. So I can literally get up and say, "Yeah, shucks, I feel like going to Medellin this weekend." Or if some brother hit me up on my email or something and say, "Hey, Carlos, you gonna be here this weekend?" and I want to hang out with him, I'll just pick up and go. You know what I'm saying? Because I can pack my laptop up. Like right now, I'm working here and just go. Other benefits is that I get no one city here in Colombia is the same, so I get to experience the different types of living that the people do here in the different cities of towns that are actually here in Colombia to experience. And I got this thing about taking pictures in front of signs, the city name signs. So that's kind of like a collector's thing for me now. So all of the cities that I've been in, I got a picture in front of the city name sign. I couldn't really do that in Tampa. Excuse me, in America, I couldn't do that. Because you don't really go to different cities in America, if any, and see the city like spelled out sign in some tourist attraction place. You got some in Tampa where it say "Welcome to the city of Tampa," but it's a sign that's on the side of the road and on the interstate or something. You're not pulling over on no interstate. You go take no picture in front of no sign. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that, but you could do that here. Other reasons, the type of people again that I get to meet in these different places, because like for an example, in Bogota is a melting pot of Colombians. Like so, a lot of people from all over the country move to Bogota sometimes for financial incentive to be able to create a better life for themselves or their family or their family. Then you go to Medellin, which is more like a party city kind of. It's not the same as Bogota, I know that, which is not the same as Cartagena, which is not the same as Bucaramanga, which is not the same as Barranquilla, which is not the same as Quito, which is not the same as Cali. All of these cities offer different fields. And just being able to do that alone in itself, I told myself, hey, if I can afford to live in two different cities, then why not? Because I'm able to pay for it. So why not do that? The people that do it in America is most reason why it's because of either of a business or they're taking care of a family member or loved one that may be sick. They're not doing it just strictly off of pleasure. And if they are, it's less than 5% of the people that's doing it. And if you're talking about the black population, I don't even think it's 3% that can do that. So just that opportunity in itself, uh, to be able to take advantage of that, for me, it's just like a no-brainer. So, like I said, all this year, from January all the way till now, I spent 2 weeks in Bogota, 2 weeks in Cartagena, sometimes longer in either or, in either or city, and I like that, and I can't see myself going back. Well, I'm not going back to America to live. That's out, but I can't see myself not doing that while I'm here or in any country for that matter that I can, comfortably take care of all of my responsibilities and necessities. So, that's just another aspect of having my passport. Again, being able to travel how I want to and live how I want to, you know, unapologetically on my terms. So yeah, and that's pretty much it, man, about as far as living in two cities. Of course, I have loved ones in Cartagena, but in Bogota, I live by myself. So that's another aspect. There, I live alone, and I live with a family. So I like the reason why I like coming to Cartagena because I don't have to lift a finger. I don't clean up. I don't wash. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I eat good. You know, everything that a person would want, I get it. You know, so I can't see myself giving that up for nothing or no one. So yeah,
Man, absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate you coming on here, brother. Definitely appreciate you coming on here, man. A couple of things I want to get to before I close out. Oh, we got a super chat right here. Hanging with Hameen. Traveling is therapeutic. Some people don't get it and don't need to. I don't want to see the same ignorant energy overseas that I'm escaping. Yes, that is very true. Traveling is not for everyone. But as I mentioned, if you are the type of person that has your head on a swivel and you're good people and you know how to act in public, so i.e., not going to the club and you're actually throwing dollars on the floor, like this is not that type of place. Keep that for King of Diamonds. Keep that for
the Matrix.
yes, exactly. Yes. Keep that. Yeah. Keep that for the States. You come out of the United States, man. Listen, respect their culture. Don't do that. That's very disrespectful, man. And you know what? As a matter of fact, you know what? Do that in Asia. Do that in Asia, and you will love it. Trust me. You will love it. Yeah, trust me, because they will take good care of you when you do it over in Asia. Don't worry about it. Go, you want to go to Asia? Yeah, go ahead. Throw money and pop bottles. Go ahead, man. You want to smoke a blunt in the club? Cool. Do your thing. Man, listen. Enjoy it, and enjoy your stay. That's all. I'm gonna leave it there. Enjoy your stay, man. But let me get to a couple of these comments, man, and before I close out. Not only get your passport, but get your global travel number too. That is actually yes. You definitely should do that. That is actually good advice. Thank you,
I
Elvis.
think he meant global entry. That a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, global entry number. Yeah, yeah. I knew what he meant, but I said it wrong. But yeah, I knew what he meant. All right. EP. Oh man, my fault, bro. Man. Okay. I don't know how to say this, man. I don't want to botch your
It's E
name,
plus.
man. But
It's E. E pluribus.
A pluribus. I hope that's how it is. And if I botch your name, I apologize, man. But Santiago has the best woman in South America, um, in Dominican Republic, but of all of South America. See, this is this is one of those this is one of those things where it's like it's really based on what you think, on what you consider beautiful, right? You know, from what I have seen, and also Dominican Republic is actually not in South America, so it's in the West Indies. But I know what you meant though. But yeah, no, it's not. I would say that for me, like when it comes to features, like facial features, probably looks like Brazil and Colombia are really up there. You know, that's no slight to Dominican Republic because there's baddies there, right? You know what I mean? So that it's all about your preference. But this is what I will say: you won't lose in Dominican Republic, you won't lose in Brazil, and you damn sure not gonna lose in Colombia. That's it right there. So if you say you do you just kind of toss a coin in the air and pick a place, whatever it is, you ain't gonna lose. You'll be fine. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're having their own conversation here. Cam's World, laptop lifestyle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. If you don't have any responsibilities holding you in the States, go over there, man. Go over there. Wherever it is where you want to go. Man, just go. Most definitely, B. Oh, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. The vital message, my guy. Salute, brother. Hey, man, we gotta definitely have a one-on-one on your channel soon, man. Hey, have you checked out the vital message channel crypto? Oh, okay. All right. He's talking to somebody. But anyway, but as long as you can hear me, man, yeah, check out his channel, man. He has some very good content. And he started like this dating game show, which is actually pretty cool. And
Vital
yeah,
messages. Oh, really?
yeah, no, check out his channel. Yeah,
Okay.
he had a game show. QB was on it, who you know, and I was on it this past week, and I won. I won. Word. Word. I was giving that RP game, man. They was loving it though. But it's all good, man.
Nice.
All good.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, man. But he has like serious topics that he talks about too. But it's a good channel, man. Salute to you, man. Um you men are doing great work, man. You know what? Listen, man, each one teach one, man. We are all here to build and learn together, man, because growing up, a lot of us did not get taught a lot of this game. A lot of us did not get taught a lot of this game. Like, let me tell you, man, when I was 30 years old and I was only, 7 going on 8 years ago, I'll be 38 in February. When I was 30 years old, man, my credit was in the dumpster. I mean, the dumpster. I had the worst credit. It was completely embarrassing, man. And now that now that I am about to be 38 in February, man, I'm over 800, man. You know, telling you, man, you can do it. You can do it. You just got to keep grinding. And now that we have the platforms, the YouTubes, you can go on YouTube and type in anything and just see for yourself like what it is. You know what I mean? So you have that opportunity. You have that opportunity. And even if you don't have your passport yet, you can still connect with Passport Bros and listen to us and live vicariously through us until you actually get your passport. But you definitely want to get your passport, so don't wait forever. I know people have responsibilities and things like that. Trust me, I get it. I get it. But don't sit up here and not travel, man. There's 195 countries in the world. Don't just subject yourself to just one. You know what I mean? Like if your homeboy's like, yo, we about to go to Vegas and all that, and we about to turn up, man. Listen, nah, man, save your money. Save your money, get your passport, and say, hey man, you know what? Man, let's go to instead of going to South Beach, you know what? Let's go to Cartagena, because Cartagena is basically kind of like a South Beach. It's just a Latin South Beach. You know what I mean? Or if you're more like a metropolitan area and you like updated infrastructure, then go to Medellin. If you like more like kind of calm, and you want to deal with the locals, and you kind of want like a homely style, go to Cali. So another metropolitan area, like if you don't mind a little bit of cold weather, and you're from like the Northeast or Midwest or Mid-Atlantic, Bogota. You know what I mean? So there's options, and that's just only in Colombia. That's just only in Colombia, man. Don't be afraid to exhaust your options. Do not be afraid to exhaust your options, man. Let's see here. Fam, credit is very important in all aspects, for real, for real. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Like I said, man, listen, I had no idea. Like, I didn't realize how bad my credit was until like when I realized I was getting like denied, man. I was getting denied for everything. Like even Capital One didn't even want to rock with me, bro. It was like, nah. It was like, nah, bro. And I'm like, listen, okay, one of my boys like, yo, why don't you do a credit check on yourself? And man, I was horrified what I saw, and that's when I made the instant change, man. That's when I made the instant change. You know what I mean? So definitely just make sure that you get your passport. I'm telling you, it will change your life in multiple matters, man. We can sit up here and talk about the ladies all day, but as men, we need to stop jumping the line. We need to actually build up the foundations of us building each other up as men before we start talking about the ladies, because there's some of you that want to jump the line, but you honestly cannot jump the line. Some of y'all can't jump the line. Some of y'all got bad credit. So some of y'all got multiple baby moms. Some of y'all on child support. Some of y'all in some messed up positions. And this is not judging or making jokes or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, don't the woman will always be there, but you have to be on your purpose first. So this is why Los strategically did not want to mention the ladies today, because the ladies always get talked about. But we need to focus on the finance, the mental health, and the physical health.
And that's the cherry on the top. That part, the ladies. Ain't no reason to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because when you come here, that's gonna be here. You know what I mean? That's gonna be anywhere you go. But like what you just said, be on your purpose, man. What is the purpose for you living in these countries without the ladies being involved? Think of it like this: what if there were no women in these countries? And you still had all of the same benefits that you can get without that being in place, then how would you be able to survive? What would you do? What is your purpose of being in these locations? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the black sheep of the family, of your particular family, and I'm that, you have to be the person to actually forge the way to make life better for the generations that's coming behind you. My goal is to put my last name on a different continent. That is my goal. And once I put my name on a different continent, then hopefully that will open up the eyes for somebody else to be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Well, what if I do that? All of you young brothers that's on the panel, if you're listening, or if you run this back and listen, man, when don't put yourself in a situation to where you have to, you know what I mean, be stuck over in that area for literally no reason. You see what I'm saying? If you put yourself in a situation to where you have to deal with the child support system, or you have to deal with, unruly women, or you have to deal with family situations that's not the greatest, you understand what I'm saying? Then, that can become a recurring, well, it can be a snowball effect. And that snowball, as it's rolling down the hill, only gets larger and more complicated. And it can kill you. You see what I'm saying? Literally, it can kill you. You know what I mean? So you brothers that's under 30 that have the opportunity, like the Austin Hollimans of the world and all the other brothers that's in that age group, you know what I mean, to be able to go step outside the box or step outside the norm of what you grew up in, then in that regard, you will be able to, you know what I mean, bring forth experiences to yourself that's going to be invaluable, and thus helping you to be able to grow and do things on a much larger scale than that you would be in your current situation in the United States. So all I'm saying is consider it. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people, like Kings and Dreams was just saying, you might not be in the situation now to be able to just to get up and go like him and I. You know what I'm saying? Kings and Dreams holding himself back because of his personal responsibility of being a father to his son. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have that responsibility, I guarantee you he wouldn't be in the Matrix right now. He wouldn't even be there. But because
Gone.
he's being a father to his son, it's putting him in a position to say, you know what, I spend this amount of time here in the Matrix so I can be here for my son. And the other times that, you know, because I think he's co-parenting, not to put his whole situation out there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But, you know, he, by him co-parenting, the times when his son is with his mom, then he uses that time to get out and use that passport and put stamps in that blue book. You see what I'm saying? So it's ways around your personal circumstances if you really want to do that. I have 2 children myself in this matrix, but my daughter is in college at Alabama A&M. My son is at my alma mater at Troy University. You know what I mean? She'll be 20 in a couple months, and my son is 18 years old. I don't have that obligation anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can get up and go. My child support days plan is over with. You know what I'm saying? That's done. You know what I mean? And I intentionally didn't make a child in America for that reason. Well, not for the traveling purposes. It was because of what everybody is getting on these panels talking about, the reason why they're leaving, mainly because of the women and how they act towards them. Well, I, for 18 years, did not intentionally make a baby over there. I only had one mama and 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers can't say that. But I was thinking well ahead of time. I'm not going back through this court system no more. I'm not doing that again. No way. I'm not even finna give a woman that power to even do that to me at all whatsoever. See what I'm saying? Dorit Carlos, why are you saying this? I'm saying this because you can work through your current circumstance. You can work through your situation. It's not the end of the road. It's not a dead end. However, if you are a part of the passport community, that should be one of the leading reasons or causes to make you put a plan in place and be disciplined and follow through on that plan that you have in place. You understand what I'm saying? Gracias. And follow through on that plan that you have in place. You see what I'm saying? Look, see, it's a little empanada, you know what I mean? They always thinking about me over here and stuff like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, that's the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, you be disciplined in what you got going on, follow through, and then you can be living the life of your dreams outside of what quote unquote America is, the Matrix. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, hopefully you guys can take something away from this stream tonight. And in my mind, I feel like I'm all over the place, but hopefully you're able to take and extract some of this information. And if you can able to apply it to your own personal life, do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out there making no frivolous babies, man. Matter of fact, be celibate. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Because you already know what you're up against right now.
Big facts, man. Big facts. Let's see, man. Oh, we got a super chat from my boy QB Passport Flexing, the Mexico Bureau. What's up, QB? Shout out to my man QB Passport Flexing, man.
Shout out to QB. I just want to say QB Passport Flexing, man. You handled yourself well against the troll, the mega troll. You know what I mean? This guy, you know, he can say what he want, but you know, he just putting out false narratives and you know tried to use you and Kings and Dreams to do it, and was very, very unsuccessful because of you guys' demeanor, man. So shout out to you for that. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna get on y'all level one of these days, man. I definitely.
You know what it is. You know, man. Well, thank you, man. But you know what it is, man. Like, you know what it is. It, man. I remember this this one line, man. Like anybody that's a Batman fan, I've been to all those superhero movies, right? And Dark Knight. This is Dark Knight that came out in 2008, and Bruce Wayne, he was talking to Alfred right? And he was just like, he was basically asking, you know, R.I.P. Heath Ledger, man. He killed that role, though. He killed that role. Like he was definitely, you know, I don't know, Joaquin Phoenix gave him, you know, all I would say is, man, they both are the best Jokers. Let's just leave it like that, right? So, but you know, Bruce Wayne was just, you know, asking Alfred, like, you know, like he's like, yo, what's this dude's bottom line? Like, why is he just causing so much chaos? And Alfred said, man, sometimes people just want to see the world burn. And that is the type of guy that the person that we're talking about, because all he wants to do is just see division. You know what I mean? He just wants to see division, cause chaos. And I think I said it on the panel too. I said, all you want to do is just cause chaos. I said you don't want to see any harmony. I said you thrive off of causing chaos. And that's it, man. Because when you see that somebody wants to cause chaos, there's no reasoning with them, and you just gotta leave them where they be. Because you can, you know, you can get out of your character and be upset or whatever the case is. That's what they want. That's what they want. They
Not
want
only
you to be
that,
out of character.
not only that, it's
Yeah.
because they want to live the life that you're actually living, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no reason. Listen, what you eat don't make me. You understand what I'm saying?
I
So
understood that.
therefore, why should I be caring or worrying about what it is that you're doing? The only reason why I should care or worry about what you're doing is because I'm trying to uplift you, because I see you in a position that could cause you to be worse than what you are now, and I'm trying to uplift you so you can get yourself in a better situation. I love your ending lines when you say stay purposely however you say it.
I'm purposely purposeful.
See, I can't say because there's too many tongue twisters in there for me. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah.
it's like Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Yep.
you know, that right there is the only reason why we should be talking about a passport brother in the case of uplifting that brother. You know what I'm saying? We as people, that's enough. That oh yeah, that and I'll use that as my final point for at least the melanated community or the black community with our passports. All of us should be finding a way to uplift one another. You know what I'm saying? We should be looking at these situations and say, man, how could I help this brother out, or how can we help each other out? You know what I'm saying? Because all of us have something that we can give and take from each other, but is it uplifting? You know what I mean? Why do we want to be in a situation to where we are downing each other and talking bad about each other, regardless of the reasons to why we travel? Well, and so there's a particular community within the passport bros or whatever. I'm an expat. You could put me in the passport bro community, whatever, but I'm an expat because I live outside the country. But the thing about it is that, you know, there's a certain sector where we all get bunched up in because there's a lot of weekend warriors or a lot of guys who travel for solely one thing. Well, my thing to uplift those brothers is that, brother, you dealing with a certain community, you're jeopardizing your health because there's only a certain sector of women that deal in that world, and they're all being passed around, and you don't know what this brother does with that person. You don't know what she's doing with that brother over there. You don't know who coming from where and giving what to who. You see what I'm saying? So why would you want to put yourself solely in that situation, and then later on down the line you find out something is wrong with you, and then from there, you know what I mean, now you know, sucking your thumb and got your other thumb up your butt, you know what I'm saying, because you know you made a bad decision. Well, that's how I uplift that community, to remind them that, you know what I mean, your health is still in play here, gentlemen. Like, you know, there's still dangers, you know, like what Razor Ray's put out on his channel about the druggings and robbers and stuff like that. Do you want to be talked about on his channel or DC Born Rob's channel? You know what I'm saying? Because of you making a, you know, poor decision for a moment of satisfaction or gratitude in that moment, you know? So that's how I uplift that. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't to down them, because I can't knock what they do. You know what I mean? You your own man. You not using my money to do it. So at the end of the day, I don't have to say nothing to you, to be honest. But if I do say anything, I'm helping you. You know what I'm saying? To make you bring some sense to what you're doing, and hopefully, you know, you can scale it back, or you know what I mean, change up your movements, or whatever the case may be, man. So the whole point of what I'm saying is that we all should be uplifting one another instead of trying to tear each other down. Ain't that's why we escaped the matrix?
Big facts, man. All right, so there's two more comments and then I'm gonna close it out. Let's see. Chocolate Brown brother joining the Marines in 1983 gave me the exposure to see and visit other countries at such an early age. Yeah, man. Salute to you and thank you for your service, man. Thank you for your service. So I'm an 85 baby, man. So I was 2 when you joined the Marines, man.
I was only 3.
All right.
Hold on, wait a minute. He said 85. No, I was 5. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? My math.
That's what I was like, no.
I was born in 1980, man. March 1980, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So 83. So 83, you were 3.
Yeah, 1983, I was 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Gotcha.
See, my mind all over the place when I get to talking, man.
Shout out to you, Azriel. First of his name. Some people just want to see the world burn. Yep. So you knew exactly the line I was talking about, man. But yeah, man. Listen, all honestly, definitely appreciate you guys. This is the second time that I'm rocking out with you guys on my man Chapapa TV channel. First of all, man, Chapapa TV, I just want to give you a big shout out, man. Salute to allow me to rock out on your channel. And everyone who supports his channel, definitely make sure that you guys continue to support while he's away. And I'll hold it down a couple of more times while he's out. And in the meantime, I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers. So you see the name at the bottom left of your screen, Kings and Dreams. That's King, the letter Z, the letter N, and then it's Dreams with a Z. Dreams with a Z. So that's Kingz, the letter N, Dreams with a Z. Follow me on Instagram. Also subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Also, definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to my guest, LearncryptoTv. That is all one word. LearncryptoTV. My man Los, he's at 1,100 subscribers. Definitely show him love. If you want to know any more information in reference to crypto, anything about financials, definitely hit him up. I appreciate everyone on the panel. Shout out to everyone that gave a super chat. Because the last time y'all ain't give no super chats to Chop Up, man. But today, y'all gave up some money, man. So, I don't get any of this money. This goes to Chop Up, man. So I'm just holding them down, man. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the super chats.
Right. Exactly, man. Definitely make sure you guys give me some super chats. I will catch up with y'all next week. Enjoy the weekend. I wanted to end it early on a Saturday because I know people got plans on Saturday nights, whatever the case is. But enjoy yourself and stay purposeful. And I am out of here. Salute.